I live in the city of Newburgh. I'm a lifelong city of Newburgh resident. I'm very happy to be here with you all today to save the ferry. Yeah. So, as we all know, this is a working class issue, right? I take the ferry every day when it was in service because I teach in the Bronx. So I take the Metro North every single day. And we pay taxes. We're all taxpayers. So, Governor Hochul and the MTA, they need to listen to us. And we need to continue to apply this pressure. Governor Hochul, MTA!
Bring our ferry back today!
Governor Hochul, MTA!
Bring our ferry back today!
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now!
Termination by neglect.
MTA show respect!
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 Keep us afloat.
Fund the boat!
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 From Newburgh's docks to Beacon shore.
We won't be silent anymore!
From Newburgh's docks to Beacon shore.
We won't be silent anymore!
From Newburgh's docks to Beacon shore.
We won't be silent anymore!
Thank you so much for being here today. We know it's sweltering. We know all of you care about this. This is a regional issue. This is a sister city issue. And we're all here because we believe that the MTA and the governor should immediately reinstate this service. I don't know how many people know this, but this ferry started running in 1743. And except for a brief blip after urban renewal, it restarted in 2005. We have had a wonderful point of access between these two cities. But we don't just want it back. We want 7-day-a-week service. We want hourly service. This already exists. We're not reinventing the wheel. Our sister cities down the river, Ossing and Haverstraw, have the same ferry operator, the same budget line. This is not a big ask. We all know how many people come up here on the weekends, how many more people live up here since COVID. This is a huge, just public transit issue, but a day-to-day life issue for people who live in this region on both sides of the river in Beacon and Newburgh and the towns and cities around. We're going to have, we've got a lot of our electeds here, which we're very grateful for. And it's going to be a little bit of quick, informal, passing this bullhorn around and having remarks. We're very grateful for everyone's work on this. This isn't over today. That's what we want to keep emphasizing. The MTA board meeting tomorrow, if they do not immediately reinstate this, we got to keep pushing. This is only going to get solved by all of us raising our voices and continuing to turn out. And we're so grateful you're here tonight to do just that. If you look behind me on the river, we've got the Newburgh Waterways Center in their 8s going back and forth on the river. We are so grateful for the use of the estuary steward, which is headed over from Newburgh to Beacon right now. And guess what? The return passages are at capacity because commuters are coming back from the city and trying to get back across this river. Thank you so much to a number of people. I think, like I said, we're going to pass this bullhorn around. People can introduce themselves. I do want to thank, Pat Ryan couldn't be here. He's in D.C., but Johanna Contreras, his chief of staff, is with us. I want to thank the town of Newburgh City Council for very quickly passing a resolution, sending it to the governor to say this matters. We know that that is in motion in a number of the other municipalities in our region, and we're looking forward to getting more of that on her desk. I also want to say thank you to Ron Zarilla, who is getting drone footage of all of this right now, and Brian Wolf, who's getting lots of photos for us. Thank you both. I think I'm going to hand it off here first to Rob Rollinson.
I'm going to be brief, and I don't think we need to have a bass session of the MTA. We know what the situation is with the MTA and how they really discount the Hudson Valley, especially Orange County. And today I talked to Jimmy O'Donnell, who's the new MTA rep for Orange County. He'll be at the board meeting tomorrow, certainly being advocating for this. Also, Michael Fleischer, who is the Dutchess County MTA rep, will be there, and I spoke to him about a week ago because we sent a letter from our office to the governor, to Jenna Lieber, to Michael, and to Jimmy, of course, saying what we're all saying. We need to restore the service and we need to expand it. Today there was an article in one of the New York papers, and this is something that is new to us in Albany, that the MTA is losing about $700 million a year in fare evasion, which is just, it's not right. Can you imagine even if half of that money could be recovered and people were paying the fares, subsidies like for this ferry could happen. And you know, when my parents first moved from New Jersey up to the Hudson Valley, they lived in the city of Newburgh. My mother worked on Broadway. And after I was born in 1958, at like 3 years old, we took the train down and took the ferry over and walked up Broadway. And I know it was gone for a long time and came back in 2005. There isn't any reason it isn't here today. And I'm going to end with this. The power of this rally, like the power of the rally across the river a few weeks ago, these are two cities joined on a common goal, a really smart goal. And when you have two communities who are separated by this beautiful river working together, things can happen. And this decision to reinstate and expand this ferry rests right with the governor. Nobody else, not the MTA board. They take their direction from her, and I get that, and that's how that is. So that's the angle. That's where we got to put all of our collective work together in bringing more of this community, one side and the other together, to say to the governor, you need to come down here and have a conversation with us and see the faces of the people that want this ferry back, the people that have been on the ferry, and also people that would go on it if it did come back. And I think that's really what I just want to say. Thank you. We'll continue to work. The great thing is that this is a bipartisan thing. This ferry is not political. It is smart. It is good for the environment, and it's what we all want. And we're going to finally get there. I promise you that. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. If we could have Jonathan Jacobson up here next.
So I'm Assemblymember Jonathan Jacobson, and I have the honor of representing both Newburgh and Beacon in the State Assembly. Now, let me tell you about a little bit on numbers, because I like to get into the details here, because it's important. The MTA has a budget of $20 billion with a B dollars. $20 billion. They're saying that our ferry would cost $2 million with an M. Let me tell you what that means. And I said this at the other rally. I said this is an accounting error. Now, why do I say it's an accounting error? Because $2 million of $20 billion is 0.01%. That's 1/100th of 1%. So what that is if you take $100, 0.01 or 1/100th of 1% of $100 is a penny. So that's how small this is with the budget. So I say, give us our penny and save the ferry, save our ferry. Give us our penny and save our ferry. Now, I'm going to give you a little news tonight. You might not have heard it last time. One of the problems we have in getting this ferry going is having the dock on both sides that we can use. The dock that was over here that the ferry used before had a floating dock. And that's necessary because the water here, the level of the area is a lot lower than Newburgh. Newburgh is a deep water port. And I know this gets into the weeds a little, but you got to know the facts so then you can make your argument. So, Newburgh is already fixing their port. So I talked to Mayor Lee Kiriakou of Beacon, and he pledged to me that well, let me go back a second. So this floating dock is not there anymore. The reason is that the dock was put in by the MTA, and the MTA decided to remove it. Ooh. So, I spoke to the mayor, to Lee Kiriakou, and I said, we've got to solve this problem. We got to take the first step. We have to take the first step. And I said, I want the city of Beacon to own the dock. So we're not subject to the whims of the MTA getting up in the morning and saying, oh, we don't want that dock anymore. And then he gave me approximate numbers, and I said I would fund it. That I have access, I will secure the funding, it will not cost Beacon a penny, and we will get that dock. That dock will not only be for the ferry, it'll be for Clearwater and the slope. It'll also help scenic Hudson over here. So it's a win-win. Not only do we get the dock we need for the ferry, but we help Beacon and the Hudson Valley with Clearwater and scenic Hudson, what they do, and to make sure that it works. So that's the news for tonight. I'm pledging I'll get it done, and we will get a new dock here, no cost to Beacon. It will come from money already sent to Albany, and it'll be a win-win for the whole Hudson Valley. That's the first step. We're going to take it. We're going to get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblyman Jacobson. Now we're going to have Anil Biofan from Fishkill, who's the assemblyman for that area. Thank you very much for being here.
No problem. Well, thank you all for joining me on this nice, cool afternoon. Well, I guess Jonathan solved the whole problem, so we can go home. We're good. We're done. No. So while I don't represent Beacon and Newburgh, Jonathan does a great job with that. I actually represent the water in between the two great cities. And I can tell you that we live in the Hudson Valley, but it is the Hudson River Valley. And this is a staple for our entire community. The ferry is not only a mode of transport, it is an icon here in the Hudson Valley. It is part of our culture. And the MTA hemorrhages money across this entire service area, but yet they target our ferry. They're always taking from the Hudson Valley and not giving us our fair share. You're paying for this with your registration fees for your car every time you fill gas, through taxes. We're subsidizing the MTA and you're not getting back your fair share. So while you were out rallying last time, we were advocating with the governor's office. I've spoken to the MTA 3 times already. At this point, they're committed to busing. We told them that is not an option. We need our ferry back, and we need it back now. And thank you for folks like Jonathan, who's committed to finding solutions, and our partners in government. I can tell you that even though I don't represent these two cities, I have representatives from my areas here, like Supervisor Joey Cavassini from Wappinger. And we have county legislators here as well from my surrounding areas. So I promise to be a partner in this. I will support my colleagues in anything that it takes. Thank you all for being here. And I'll give you back your time because we're all sweating right now.
Thank you. Of course. Thank you so much. Next, I think we're going to have Dutchess County Legislator Yvette Valdez-Smith. I saw her a second ago. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Beacon, Newburgh, all of our neighbors. I'm Yvette Valdez-Smith. I am really honored to represent both Fishkill and the city of Beacon. I'm also the minority leader in the Dutchess County Legislature, and the first thing we did when this happened was get a letter on Hochul's desk. Yeah. Let's hope it was a bipartisan letter. This is a bipartisan issue. And we're all standing here together. And we're not going to shut up, and we're not going to go away until we get our ferry back. That's all there is to it. Friends, neighbors, community members, working people, we use the ferry. But I don't want the ferry restored, I want it expanded. Wherever we've seen free, expanded public transit, we see increased ridership. What's that going to mean for Newburgh, Beacon, our sister cities, but also our whole mid-Hudson Valley region? It means more tourist dollars. It does. Helps our property values, but it helps our community. We are one community. Look at all of us together. And we're going to not shut up. We're going to keep showing up just like we all did. See my friend Daniel Atona right here from Poughkeepsie. We stood out in the freezing cold, freezing rain to make sure our Social Security office was taken off the Doge list. Well, guess what? We're going to stand here and make sure we get our ferry back. Yeah, we are. And I'm very, very proud that we have Assembly Member Jonathan Jacobson already doing the work. It's not just about letters and phone calls. They're great. We got to keep up the pressure. It's great that we're rallying. We need people to fight for the money. Thank you, Jonathan, wherever you went. Jonathan Jacobson, thank you. Thank you, sir. And I'm proud to be with all of you. Let's keep fighting. We say no to all cuts. Forget just about the ferry. What about our health care? What about them coming for our immigrant neighbors? Hell no. So we stand up, we stand here together, and I am so happy we're all here. Muchísimas gracias, mi gente.
Before we get to community organizers, members, are there any other local electeds who would like to have a turn at this? Please.
Just push the button here.
You just push the button. There you go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Imar Blair, Dutchess County Comptroller, former City Council member in Beacon. Folks, before I was in the Comptroller's office in January, I commuted every single day to New York City when I went down to work at the Department of Education. And I have 12 years of field research that I can tell you that that train gets filled up when that ferry pulls in, right? Folks, that ferry was a lifeline of the Hudson Valley. It was a source of joy for people who wanted to enjoy it in the evenings and go to dinner in Newburgh, or people in Newburgh want to come over and enjoy Main Street businesses. The ferry is a real part of Beacon's infrastructure and has been for a very long time. Now, you may have heard that your sales taxes are going to go up because the MTA is increasing their taxes. And not a hair after they made that decision, the first thing, what did they do? They took services away from us, and we won't stand for it. Beacon won't stand for it. Newburgh won't stand for it. You don't charge us more and take things away. So thank you all for being here. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Here to say a couple words.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Thank you so much to all the organizers, and thank you to everybody who came out tonight. I'm Kevin Darian Lujan. I represent the city of Newburgh and portion of the town of Newburgh in the Orange County Legislature. A couple of weeks ago, we saw from both sides of the aisle, from both sides of the river, people who care just like we do today. And I'm just so excited, so proud of everyone coming out. This is not a party issue. This is a people issue. And it's so important. This is an environmental issue. This is for working class folks. This is for people who want to be a part of their community and to be interconnected. And I'm so proud that today in Orange County, we also just passed a resolution through committee, through Ways and Means, also in support of this ferry. And so I'm very excited to join the town of Newburgh and neighboring communities that are trying to do the same thing. So thank you, everybody. Next week, Next week, we're hoping to pass a resolution to Orange County in support of the ferry. We know you care about this. We know this matters to you. It matters to us. This is a people issue, and I'm grateful for all you coming out so much during this heat. Thank you so much, everybody. Keep up the fight.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to hand it over to my co-organizer, Wendy Smith, who biked here.
Let me tell you, when there's no ferry, it's really sweaty biking over that bridge in 90-some degree heat. But I want to hand it over right now to Yvonne Crothers from the Beacon Bicycle Coalition to speak to you all today.
So we've heard about the money, we've heard about the ridership, we've heard about taxes. I want to talk about something else. Beauty. Thomas Wright, who's standing over there, Megan Lazarus, who's not here, and myself, we sat down one day and we said, we're going to start the Beacon Bicycle Coalition because we want visibility of bikes in our community. And we do a group ride every month, and our most popular group ride, which is what Wendy just sort of did in reverse, we go across the bridge. And we have people who are like, oh my God, I had no idea how beautiful it is up here. Because when you're stuck in your car going 50 miles an hour and there's a semi next to you, you don't stop and whip out your camera and go, oh, it's so pretty. You're just like hanging on, white knuckle driver, right? But when you do it on your bike, you can stop and you look down past Bannerman Island and you can see all the way to West Point. And it's just amazing. And then we'd go over to the Newburgh waterfront and we rest and we maybe have something to eat or drink or hang out. And we take the ferry back and everybody's jaws drop because if they haven't taken the ferry before, they have no idea how beautiful it is from the water. And when I've been handing out flyers this week, that's the number one thing that people talk about. They talk about, oh, it's so beautiful. I love going over to Newburgh on the ferry. So I want us to all remember that's as important as the economic issues is how you feel about where you live. And I want to remind everybody that for centuries it's been this way. Thomas Cole started the Hudson River School of Painting, of Art, or whatever. It's considered the first uniquely American art painting school, and it's right here in the Hudson Valley. And if you look at those pictures, looks kind of the same way as it does today if you're out there on the water. So I want us to celebrate the fact that we live in a beautiful place. Don't let them take that away from us because we need this to feed our souls.
Thank you, Yvonne. And now we have another community speaker and activist. I want to bring up Tracy Wallace of Independent Living.
It is sad to be here, really it is, because, before services were shut down, the ferry was an essential, accessible means of transportation. When I talk about limited accessibility, they want to tell us we have to take the bus and the shuttle. Do you know what the bus and the shuttle means to a person with a disability? If they want you to use paratransit, door-to-door service, you can't get door-to-door service now because they're limited drivers. You can hope that you get a 24-hour notice day in advance. That is unfair. For anyone that wants to walk and go or go to the ferry, they can go across and walk over to their transportation where people with disabilities cannot. This is unfair. It's unfair that MTA, shame on them for limiting accessibility and affordability in our community as a means for transportation. It is unfair that they force people with disabilities to use buses who have breakdowns all the time. Their lifts don't work. We're stuck on the bus. They're telling us, oh, we can't pick you up. We're too crowded. How am I supposed to get to the shuttle? Do you know what the Orange County Transportation Trip Planner says? If you put in the Beacon train station, they're going to take me from my home in the city of Newburgh to the airport, Seward Airport, to then get the shuttle over here. Is that fair? No, that is not fair. It is not fair, and it is not right. MTA, shame on you for limiting people with disabilities. As it is, we have limited accessibility, we have limited affordability, and now you want to take away the one service that we rely on to get to and from for a few dollars that has access to the MTA over here. Yes. Right? To go to the Metro North. It is unfair and it's not right, and the MTA should hear everyone. Thank you.
That very powerful testimonial. And now I want to hand it over to another colleague, Philippe, who's going to give closing remarks for all of us.
Hi, everyone. This is so amazing. Thank you so much for coming out. It's
It's quite the accomplishment. We wanted you guys to just leave with a couple things today. One is a sense of hope because the ferry is coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. It is coming back. Yes. We want you to go home with a plan. The plan starts over here. We need your name, your number, your email. We will contact you. There will be a petition. We will need your support. You will need to call the governor and many others and tell them how you feel about the ferry. So that's the plan. And what else? We want you to go home with a sense of pride, right? Because look at what we are able to accomplish when we come together. It's just remarkable. And yeah, you know, to be a commuter among commuters, it's a real privilege to be here with you all. Thanks for showing up. And yeah, please sign up and sign the board here. And any testimonials, videos, tag us on Instagram. We'll share it. We want to get your stories out there because they matter. So thank you so much, guys. Just kidding. Tomorrow, there's a big plan here. Tomorrow we have a caravan. It is leaving at 6:59 on that train tomorrow morning. We are going down to the MTA board meeting, which is at 9 a.m. And we are going to give them a piece of our mind about how important the ferry is. And this is why this meeting was scheduled today, is so that we can show them that it's not just the few of us that are showing up. There are many, many, many people who want the ferry back. So tomorrow there is a caravan leaving here on the 6:59 train. If you would like to join us, half a day, go down to Bowling Green. There are instructions over here. And if not, there's a Zoom link where you can also participate. There will be in September another one of these if there isn't one of those. So, you know, keep it together. Enjoy August. And we're coming back in September. And, you know, it's going to be awesome. And either we have a ferry or we have you. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for coming out.
On the little piece of paper is Governor Hochul's number. All right? I'm going to say it out loud. Maybe you want to write it down or put it in your phone. 518-474-8390. Call Governor Hochul and tell her that you want the ferry restored. All right? 518-474-8390. That is Governor Hochul's number. Give her a piece of your mind. So, Governor Hochul, MTA. Governor Hochul, MTA. Governor Hochul, MTA. Governor Hochul, MTA!